Namaskar. Hello and welcome to PGurus channel. I'm your host Sree Iyer. Today is Ask Sumit. You can ask any question on anything, although we'll be centered around, of course, elections verdict that is going to start in a few hours. We are planning to be live tomorrow, probably either at 10 or somewhere around 10 a.m. IST. By that time, the trends will be established. We'll have some information for you, but we have something beyond what you are going to see as numbers. We are also going to try and explain to you why something is happening, because we expect a lot of surprises. First surprise is Sumit ji running a little bit late. He's never late, but today he made it. He was stuck in traffic. Let's welcome Sumit Peer ji. Sumit ji, Ram Ram, Namaskar, Radhe Radhe. How are you?
Jai Sitaram, Radhe Radhe. Apologies, I was at Vijay Chowk. I had to come back. There was a lot of traffic and some issues on the road, but somehow got late with 3-4 minutes. I have to apologize to everybody for that. Usually I'm never late, but today it was beyond me. But anyway, it's kind of over.
So let us first look at the exit polls and look at what the INDI claim is. INDI is claiming that exit polls are wrong and that the history will, tomorrow's data will show that INDI is winning, 300 seats, 295 seats, something like that. 295 is somebody told me that it is something to do with section 295A, because इन्होंने 370 बोल दिया तो वो 295 कहने this and they are also planning to say that it was the EVM that caused it. Well, viewers, you have done a great job helping us out in tracking how many people voted on an EVM with VVPAT enabled. We have the data for all 7 phases, and we'll be having a slide deck tomorrow when we start at 10 a.m. We'll show you a slide deck where we will show you again and again, how many people confirm that VVPATs were there. The first big question is, if VVPATs are there, it is very, very difficult to change it. The only way you can still cheat, I've told you this, we'll talk about this later. And important thing is, today's guest is Sumit Peer ji. Sumit Peer ji, tomorrow when you have time, please do jump in from 10 p.m. to 12:30, 10 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. 2.5 hours we are planning to be on live, because by that time everything will be established. So anytime during that time, if you have time, just ping me. I'll give you the link. The link will be always there. Just ping me, and you can even join. I'll know you are come because you'll be in the dashboard. So I can just bring you in as and when I can, right? So please. No program is complete without you, sir. Over to you.
Sir, so thank you for your all kind words. Sir, in the name of Bhagwan Sree Ganesha, let's do the Sree Ganesha of today's vlog. And what we are going to talk about is, first of all, I want to tell my brothers and sisters, any question you have on any subject is most welcome, but we'll try to focus around exit polls and all. I'll bring you what has happened latest and what is the grapevine talk. What is the talk of the town? 3-4 things on the first. First of all, Shriman Kejriwal ji is back to jail, and before going to jail, he gave a Kejriwal chalisa. Oh, you must have heard about Hanuman Chalisa. There's a Kejriwal Chalisa also. First thing he said, all these exit polls are fake. So what we are also doing are a part of that fakery, because all the exit polls are fake. Then he said that these exit polls are done because you want to increase the stock market, stock market points, so that people associated with BJP can make the money. Third point, he said, look, they are trying to put undue pressure on the officers, that is IS officers, so that they can get their decisions, some large decisions done in their favors, because they know anyway they are losing. So when they are losing, they want to get these decisions done, and that is what this whole thing is about. So this is the new part of Kejriwal Chalisa. And then he gave a manual, he gave a playbook. Okay, when is a machine, you have to watch this. In a machine, you have to do this. In a machine, you have to correlate this with this. I learned today one thing. I think his all IIT knowledge is unproductively used here. He's an IIT engineer. I thought he will use his IIT knowledge to do some good constructive works. But looks like all the knowledge which he acquired in IIT is trying to see how to ferment trouble now. And he said, don't worry, I'm going to the jail. And on Mangalwar, tomorrow is a Tuesday in Mangalwar, Bhagwan Bajrang Bali will do samhar of dushts. All the dusht will have a Hindi mein bolunga, dushton ka samhar hoga aur aatitayon ka nash hoga. So I am saying tathastu. Tathastu. By tomorrow evening, we'll know kiska samahar hua aur kiska nash hua. I mean, as per Kejriwal, he said, dushton ka samhar hoga aur aatitayon ka nash hoga. So by tomorrow evening, sir, we'll know kaun dusht hai, kaun samhar hai. And let's see this video. This is a very interesting video. Then we'll continue.
towards Tihar jail?
Yeah, he's walking towards it with the Bharat. You must have seen Dulha going with the Bharat. Now we have people going with the jail with the Bharat. It's a new addition to the AAP brand of politics. And sir, look at all the exit polls. AAP is getting 3 seats. I earlier thought he will make it 5. He's getting only 3 seats. Maybe he can get one more. So out of contesting 23 seats, he's ending up with 3 seats. And he's the person who said, Modi mujhse darta, Modi is a psycho fan. He put me in a jail because otherwise I could have turned the elections around. And I'm thankful to the Honorable Supreme Court who let him go out on a bail. Now at least ye hasrat bhi dil ke andar hai gayi. I told you, Sree sir, he was very happy in the jail. At least he could have said, oh look, I was in the jail. Otherwise I would have swung this election. Otherwise I would have done this. Now, I was in a debate a couple of, around an hour back. Now one Congress pravakta or neta was telling us, now, why is we have registered our protest with the Election Commission of India. I don't know what is the protest about. Why postal ballots will be counted later? Why postal ballots will not be counted now? I say, bhai mere, postal ballots are 0.1% of the total polled votes in India. How does it matter? He says, because when we count the postal ballots, it's always BJP is losing. And when it goes to the EVMs, it is that BJP is winning. I say, brother, postal ballots are 0.1% of the total polled votes. So then he said, well, I don't know. Now they are saying that why the Election Commission did not announce the percentage of voting immediately. Why did it take a time? So what I'm trying to tell you, Congress has already started a script wherein they are going to question everything. I am told them, when are you questioning the EVM? Now we are taunting them every day. When are you questioning the EVM? When are you questioning the EVM? By the way, I was wearing the same jacket on the TV and all the people liked it. So
nice.
Nice.
Thanks for the free publicity for PGurus.
Sir, it's a part of the family, sir. So
absolutely.
They said ki bhai, now they have already started making the rule book. Now today Rahul Gandhi ji is saying this is all Godi media. Now Rahul Gandhi ji, I want to ask you, if it is all Godi media, you own such a big publication. You own such a big publication for which you are on bail. Why didn't you ask that publication to run a survey? Why your publication did not run a survey? At least we could get a true flavor of what the outcome of exit polls was. And Sonia Gandhi said today we are winning 295 seats. Everybody is sticking to 295. Even Kejriwal, who was earlier at 225, also came to 295. So everybody on board is sticking 295, 295, 295. But sir, you missed the one point. Yes, they are getting 295 seats. Even I say that. 110 will come from the elections, the rest will come from Gupta tent house. They have already called Gupta tent house. Baki kursi bhej dena yahan pe. So Gupta tent house is going to set the balance seats. So Gupta ji is even open. He said, it doesn't matter how many you win. I will adjust the number. You want 295. If you win 100, I'll send 195. If you get 110, I'll send 185. If you get 115, I'll send 180. So Gupta ji is completely flexible with the numbers.
Gupta ji is very clear. Advance payment.
Paisa pehle bhai. पैसा पहले देना भाई, पैसा बाद में नहीं चलेगा. Even those people who do Bharat Jodo Yatra, Na Yatra, they have still not been. गरीब लोग अब भी परेशान है. And there is one more interesting thing that logically on the serious note now, sir, Aam Aadmi Party में rift पड़ गया. There's a rift within the Aam Aadmi Party. Bhagwant Mann and his clan has started distancing themselves from Kejriwal. And I'm predicting one thing, next 2-3 months, you will see Aam Aadmi Party will go exactly Uddhav Thackeray way. It will exactly go Uddhav Thackeray way. So, and I would also like our viewers, our friends, brothers and sisters, if you want to know about any VIP seat, you can put it in the questions. I will answer you who will win or who will lose and why they should win that or why they should lose that. All the VIP high profile seats you want to know, Kangana Ranaut and, for example, Nitin Gadkari, Piyush Goyal and, Taranjeet Singh Sandhu. We can discuss any of them if you have something in your mind. So that is the second part of this. Now, INDI is preparing for a plan because when the tomorrow results will be out, they are preparing for a plan how to discredit the whole election, how say it was stage managed. By the way, 295 is blasphemy. By the way, they have already started by today evening. I'm reporting 1 hour back. They are already starting questioning the Election Commission of India. So we coaxed them so much with the EVM now this time. They changed the strategy. So Rahul Gandhi told them, no, EVM pe baat nahi karenge, ECI pe baat karenge. Election Commission of India. They have already started targeting the Election Commission of India. Now tomorrow when the results will be out, I want to see where will be Rahul Gandhi hiding. He will come and I think his tickets for Thailand will be already booked. And he has decided after Modi ji's meditation in Kanyakumari, he is going to go to Batam for the meditation. No, what is it? No, Batam is in Indonesia. Sorry. Phuket. He is going to Phuket. He is going on the Phuket rock for the meditation because he wants to do a.
थोड़ा confusion तो नहीं है? Phuket, he thinks it is Phuket or something like that.
नहीं सर, आप कौन सा meditation?
You know that, right?
कौन सा meditation है मुझे नहीं पता. Which kind of meditation is it? I don't know. But he is going for meditation. He says, this media will track me there. And now, I think Akhilesh Bhaiya has completely lost his head. Tejasvi Yadav is completely gone. He's gone bananas. He has gone crazy. All these people are hiding and they're maintaining one thing, 295. Tomorrow by 11 o'clock, I think the election will know who is winning. And by 12 o'clock, it will be all done and dusted. These people will be cribbing, they'll be crying, and they will not know where to go looking for cover. That is what is going to happen. Now, what is the action plan of Modi 3.0? Because today we don't want to elongate it. We have to take a lot of questions, I know. Modi ji, I think there are 8 or 10 things what I'm hearing from the grapevine. Again, I have no access to PMO. I don't talk to anybody in PMO. I don't talk to anybody in BJP. मैं किसी को नहीं जानता. But I'll tell you what I'm hearing from here and there. The first thing is Uniform Civil Code. One nation, one election is on the cards. You can take it from the crackdown on 0.5 is going to happen. Media ki safai is point number 4, which is going to happen 101%. Media ki safai is going to happen. I'm hearing some big time financial reforms might be kind of, announced. Point number 6, I am hearing some big time defense revamp is also on the cards. I'm also hearing that there will be a ministry or a minister or whatever who will be responsible for fast tracking all those cases. I can tell you one thing, Tejasvi Yadav is going to jail. You can take an writing from me, 100%. And within 3 months, you will not have a Bengal government. It might be dismissed. That's my analysis. And Kejriwal will be asked to resign. And Aam Aadmi Party is exactly going to be there of Uddhav 𝗤𝙗𝘅. So there will be no Aam Aadmi Party. It will be decimated. These are the 8-10 action items which are on the card. And there will be also DMK leaders who are going to face trouble. So it will be Kejriwal, Congress, DMK and Mamta. These are the people who are going to face the music. And as per my estimates, 400 par is not impossible, because if you look at the polls, exit polls for last 2 elections, BJP has done 20% more than what was given to them in the polls, last 14 and 19. So even if we take the number as 270 and look for another 10% or 11, 12%, so 400 par is also a possibility. And I think after that, the politics of the country has fundamentally changed. There, Rahul Gandhi's role, what is it going to happen? And there's one more prediction, sir. After this election, you will see within a matter of months, there will be an open rift between Rahul Gandhi and Priyanka Gandhi. That camps which are still trying to be one, they'll be openly divided. There is nothing in common in between them. And a lot of leaders have to now go to Tihar jail. Arvind Kejriwal will again do a lot of song and dance tomorrow. And all tomorrow, Kannada will see media as being, democracy is being compromised, how Modi managed the election, how Election Commission of India is with them and all. And we can also expect something vis-a-vis China and Pakistan. Tell me something which I'm hearing vis-a-vis China and Pakistan can be in the first 100 days of agenda, which is being worked out. So these are the things. And there is one more thing which I cannot talk about, but I'll hint and due course of time. If people can get it, they can get it. How to hint at that? I can only tell you that people who have tons of cash are going to get in problem. People who have tons of currency notes are going to get in problem. And one more thing I can say is that property register. Property register is going to be announced soon, because all the geo-mapping of the country is completed. So property register means all benamis are gone. Any to all benamis are gone. So these are the things which is being talked about at 10, 11 points which are going to happen. I told about the political, geopolitical, and the normal points. And another surprise you will have 25 to 30% of the cabinet ministers which will not be known to people. So new faces, 25 to 30% will be inducted into the party as cabinet ministers or given work in the party, which are not known faces. So that will have, and there will be one more line of retirement which is being identified. So there's some people which are going to retire now. So one more line of retirement, unfortunately, is being identified. So when you look at the cabinet, if you get a lot of surprises, don't get that, because this is what is being planned. So if new inductions are planned and new subtractions are also planned. So some big names might not be there in the new cabinet, and some new names might be there in the cabinet. Now, what is going to what is going to start up is a political cleanup within the party and out of the party. So cleanups will be both within the party and out of the party. That is how it looks to me. So this is what I could put in 15 minutes as a summary of all the events, what is going to happen, and all what are we going to do. Elections, I think I tried to cover all the 360-degree spectrum. I think we should go to Q&A, because there will be a lot of questions today.
Yes, indeed. And before we go to Q&A, please like this video. And also, I don't know how many of you have read my new book, Paper In, Money Out. There, I wrote this thing about a year and a half ago. I released it about a few months ago. The reason I'm saying this is because as soon as demonetization was announced and the 2000 was introduced, immediately it was apparent that it will be taken out in a course of time. So that book actually tells you the conditions, how these things will happen. It also predicts what will be the point at which 500 rupee note will be withdrawn, and the answer will surprise you. It's not about money, it's about something else. And I explained that to you because about 6 months ago, I got the hint that what I am thinking is what the Modi government is thinking. Just read that book, you'll understand. I know most of you don't have the time. अरे यार 10 घंटा बैठकर आप binge watching करते हो Netflix में Game of Thrones को या उसको इसको, इसमें 4 घंटे में आपका बात बन जाता है. And the book is very fast written. 25-30 years of history of India. किस तरह से ये पेपर, ये करेंसी के बारे में किस की खेल कैसे खेली है इन्होंने. You have to read this. Otherwise, how will you know how many games these guys played? Sir, you want to say something?
I want to, now you have got the raw nerve, which I was not touching. You got it. I want to say I would highly recommend you to read this book, because you will understand a lot of things which we cannot speak, which we cannot talk, but you will get the idea. And digital rupee is a reality. Bitcoins and all, forget them, they are not happening in India. And I think on PGurus or on Bharat, which I told you yesterday or day before yesterday, that stock market will come up at 2000 points. If you want to put your money, put in. I am going to put in mine, but I will not recommend anybody anything. That is my assessment. It has come up more than 2000 points today. So the people who listen to my advice, they are texting me, thank you, Sumit bhai. But again, I'm not advising on these matters. I'm telling you what I feel and what I'm going to do. So digital rupee is a reality. I think I will add on to what Sree sir left. I'll add on to where Sree sir left.
Yes. And digital rupee will be backed with GOLD. Now you connect the dots. 100 tons of gold coming back into India, because they want to show the money that this is the government's own holdings of gold against which we are going to put the digital rupee. Again, for exporters' benefit, India cannot afford to price the digital rupee at something different than what the normal rupee is. But that might also start at 80 rupees. So there is a lot of work that needs to be done. You have to sell the international markets that this is the right price for India's digital rupee. And this hand was forced by China, because China have a digital renminbi, which they claim, like Iran, for example, sells crude to China, and then it gets the money back in gold. They say that in China, Iran is getting money back in gold. I don't buy that. एक दो बार हुआ होगा, उसके बाद नहीं दे सकते ये लोग.
नकली सोना. The upper layer will be gold.
Right.
Under it will be gold. There is one more hint I want to drop. कैसे बोलूं? Let me see how to do it. How to say it? क्या बोलूं, Sree sir?
While you're thinking, I want to give a piece of advice to our Irani brothers and sisters. बाहर से शेरवानी, अंदर से परेशानी. That's what you're getting as gold ingots.
And this digital, okay, I'll figure it out. I'll say in the due course. I'm not still getting the proper words. Let's move to the Q&A.
So thank you, Magnet Rangaji. You are one of my biggest supporters and viewers. I wish all of you are like Magnet Rangaji. Do kharidte hain. I mean, padna hai. You have to read the book and you will understand, because it will make you sit down and take notice, because all the things there are real events. But what all I did was just connect the dots. Nobody will say that this is exactly what happened. But when I released the book in different places, people were telling me, yeah, this happened. And then there were other stories that came beyond that. So that is how this thing goes. Sir, back to you. Questions lena hai abhi.
Let's start with the Q&A. Let me drop the hint. Today, brothers and sisters, out of 6 transactions done in India, any 6, 5 are digital. What more can I say?
Very true. Chaliye, questions. 𝗤𝙧𝙤𝘀𝘆 Srivastava ji is asking question. It is reported that 𝗚𝗏𝗏 Muhammad Salim alias YoYa was last seen yesterday at 2:22 p.m. Have you got any updates, sir? Namaskar.
No, he is finding a cave for himself to hide. When he will come after the cave for 1 month, people will say, what were you doing? He was saying, I was doing sadhana. Modi ji did for 45 hours, I am doing for 30 days. They will all disappear. They will all disappear today. Look at their pride today. Even 10 Alprexes, they can't find sleep. They have to, even if this is the bottle of alcohol and they drink 5 of them, still they can't find sleep. Because you know what? Tomorrow and for next 5 years, we are going to make fun of them. And they are going to be our dad board.
Next question, please. Magnet Rangaji, Namaskar. Dots were ranting about EVMs and never about seats till now. Suddenly they are talking about 295 seats and not about EVMs. Is there any strategy here? Anything sinister?
Ranga said the strategy is very simple. We have been coaxing them and provoking them so much about EVM. We preempted their attack. We are saying, EVM pe kab bologe? When I do it, 11 o'clock, 10:30, okay, 11:50. Now they are so rattled. When in national TV every day we coax them, they are taken back. They are saying, no, I'll tell you, the Ranga said the attack tomorrow is going to be Election Commission of India. I have got this flavor 1 hour back at Vijayacho. It is going to be Election Commission of India. They will attack Election Commission, they will attack the process, they will attack the institutions, and the last they will say if it is not working, they will come to EVMs. They are not going to attack. They are going to start now. It is not EVM, it is ECI. This time that is the change of strategy. That is what will they'll say. We have got 295 seats. We have done a survey. It is the Election Commission of India which manipulated everything. Our survey says we have 295 seats. And incidentally, there was one Congress Neta with me on the panel. He said, Modi failed in COVID. There were so many dead bodies floating in Ganga, and they were all Hindus. I said, which is the barometer here, which is new instrument here, which can look at a dead body and tell you it's a Hindu? I said, can you tell me I can file a patent here? He didn't know, sir.
Some of these guys are not applying their mind because they come across as very, very foolish and stupid. Kya kuch bhi bol denge, jo chipka, do chipka. That's not the way it is. Especially when the other side is delivering. अरे उसने तो कोशिश तो की है डिलीवर करने की, आप तो कोशिश भी नहीं करते. आप हमारे पैसे लूट कर 2 लोगों को देने की कोशिश कर रहे हैं आप. That word always elicits laughter. Rajat Rana ji is asking, tell us about Kangana Ranaut.
My assessment says, Rajat bhai, Kangana Ranaut is going to make it. Vikramaditya Singh is in front of her, but when I look at the constituency, though he is son of Veerbhadra Singh, he has been 5 or 6 times the CM. Vikramaditya Singh is powerful. There's no doubt about it. His mother is powerful. But Kangana is the daughter of the Mandi on the ground. Kangana brings that Bollywood aura and celebrity status, which is more bigger than Vikramaditya Singh. And secondly, all the female vote is going to go for Kangana. It will be a very, very near ki takkar. It will be a kante ki takkar. And in that, my assessment says Kangana will win because of the female factor. All the females and all the people above 45, 50, beti samajh ke vote nahi. They're going to vote her as a daughter, and that is where the game will change. But remember, Himachal, the margins are very small. That is the catch here.
Next one, please. Krishnan Dutt wants to know, Amethi, who will win, sir?
Smriti Irani. But margin will not be so high. Again, I'm telling you, margin will not be so high. Smriti Irani is going to win because of the opposition consolidation. And Kishori Lal Sharma is the contender on the other side. Kishori Lal Sharma is seen better than Rahul Gandhi. That is the problem of Amethi. If it was a Rahul Gandhi, I would have told you margin will be higher than last time. It's because of this Kishori Lal Sharma telling you margin will be lower than Lord Sahib because people perceive Kishori Lal Sharma as better candidate than Rahul Gandhi. But Smriti ji is going to make it. It will be again not a very high margin win, but it will be a sizable.
So he'll have a mithai ki dukan in Amethi?
हाँ सर, मिठाई की दुकान, मोहब्बत की दुकान and शराफत का सामान.
What about Shobha Karandlaje, Vivek
She should,
Rajgopal?
she should make it. I don't see any major challenges there. And let me also tell you, if somebody asks or not, Akhilesh Bhaiya is losing Kannauj.
He is?
He is losing Kannauj. No, he won't be able
Wow.
to. Dimple Bhabhi, Manpuri, they will make it. Manpuri, Dimple Bhabhi will make it. But Akhilesh Bhaiya is losing Kannauj.
Samskriti wants to know, Sumit Peer, what about Madhavi Latha?
Logic says Madhavi Latha should win, but practicality is there's so much of fudging of the votes they have done. There's so much of fudging vote. Even after taking 6 lakh ka vote, there's still fudgy vote. If God and Mahakal prevails, then if we assume that fudgy vote is not more than the vote polled, then Madhavi ji will win. But if fudgy vote is still more than the votes polled, then it looks difficult. If you ask me today, I'll give it 70-30, 30-70, 30 for win, 70 for not winning. Because it's not the capability, it's not the support, it's the fudgy vote. 6.5 lakh taken out, I don't know how many lakh is still there. There will be still at least same amount of vote there.
And Samskriti ji, so let's just go back to the previous one, please. Samskriti ji, I have gone and lived through all those areas. I've lived in Malakpet and I used to go to school in old Hyderabad. And if I spread my hands out like this, the span is about 6 feet. The roads in old city are not this wide. Itne hi rahenge. Auto will go with difficulty. Sometimes there will be a step from the house into the road. Then the auto can't go. Cycle is the only thing that will go. Itna mushkil hai. And then they will have all these gunny bags. They'll be just putting it in the middle. That is considered as a wall. आप उधर से जाओगे तो somebody will be sitting and eating. It is that crowded. Areas like Old Charminar, the area around Charminar area, Bahadurpura. So we did a very detailed analysis in terms of the voter profiling, demography. And of the 6 constituencies that form the Hyderabad parliamentary seat, only one has Hindu majority assembly seat, and that is the smallest assembly seat. That's called Gosha Mahal. So she's swimming against a massive tide against her, and that was deliberately delimited this way. It wasn't like this before. They deliberately delimited it this way. That way, what happens is there's at least one seat for MIM forever. ये चोरी बहुत करते हैं. Okay, these things are not visible to you and I. They'll go and bribe the guy who's doing the delimitation exercise, and they'll change. Who's going to ask a babu क्यों किया इस तरह से? Will give some explanation. So these are all things that are not easy to explain. कुछ यही नहीं है, transparency ही नहीं है. Anyway, so if the Muslim woman decides to vote her head, her conscience, then Madhavi ji will win. Next one. Madhu Bhaskar wants to know, is there a chance that opposition will create ruckus tomorrow onwards?
101%. 101%. You have to be prepared for this, and this will last. And let me also tell you, July, August will be the time when the crackdown will begin. Don't expect it to happen tomorrow. Tomorrow kuch nahi hoga. So this situation has to be managed. July, August, a lot of crackdown will begin. And in you will also see in June, July, there will be a Pakistan-Afghanistan fight. Pakistan versus Taliban. That is also going to happen. But brothers and sisters, we have to be very, very careful about China, because China is planning something sinister.
Next one, please. Ajit Patankar wants to know, Baramati, will Supriya Sule win?
Nahi bhai. She is losing and Sunetra Pawar is winning, because one, if you look at the Baramati, it was never a Supriya Sule ka ghad. It was a ghad of Ajit Dada Pawar. And you know who was the poll manager of Supriya Sule for last all the 3 elections? Ajit Dada Pawar. Now his own wife is contesting. If Ajit Pawar was not sure of winning, he will not let his wife contest. He will put somebody else, just for a fight. If he is putting his own Dharam-Patni there and he is the poll manager, he manages everything. That area belongs to Ajit Dada Pawar, not to Sharad Pawar. Supriya Sule was ki ispe mohar lagao. Everybody just vote her. That doesn't matter. Now it is everybody with Sunetra Pawar. So that is where the equation is going to change. And with that, it will be a major, major setback for Sharad Pawar. And I'm predicting that Sharad Pawar, not by himself, he might try to get his daughter into Congress fold. He will not have NCP in the form it is left with. He might try to get the daughter into the Congress. That is my prediction.
You know, this is where the symbol's importance comes. an NCP voter will still tend to vote for the NCP symbol, which I think is clock, if I remember correctly. And he doesn't know Sharad Pawar ka symbol kya hai. झट से याद नहीं आएगा ना. It's a new one. They need to get used to it. So these are all little things. At least 10%, 20% will go the wrong way also. Same thing for Thackeray also.
Thackeray to
gayo. Next one. Ramesh T wants to know, Sumit ji, how will the Namo government crack down on these fake news peddlers? They have mushroomed all over.
Ramesh ji, what I know, based on my intel and sources, there is already a media authority which is being formed. Now that media authority will get operational with a new set of rules and regulations, and these are the people who will control them. It will not be the Modi government, but there will be authority and all who will all control them. Like our great fact checker, puncher wala fact checker, full-time puncher, part-time fact checker. So there are a lot of such fake news who will be taken to task.
Tomorrow, while we are talking about all the election results, I'm going to also share some details with you about how social media itself has impacted or tried to impact the elections in India. Which particular software did what? These details will be there. So stay tuned. So this is not just going to be election results from us. We will be also trying to look at why something happened, why somebody is winning, why somebody is losing. For example, we are predicting, today I'm saying this, having listened to a lot of people and read a lot of things and watched a lot of videos. In Punjab, BJP makes a strong comeback. And this is something that is beyond BJP's own expectations. And that tells you a story right there. That tells you a story right there.
Sir, 5 saal mein Punjab mein BJP will form the government, and in 10 years in Tamil Nadu, BJP will form the government.
Yeah.
Take it in writing from me today. I am ready to sign anything you want.
Next one, please. Soham, thank you so much. Sir, it's clear INDI wants to do a yellow color revolution after results on June 6th. Will our country ever forgive them? How will the government deal with this?
Look, government has arrangements of dealing with them, and they are testing the patience now. If they cross the red line this time around, with elections 5 years away, and overall image of INDI and overall image of INDI Netas is chore. Sorry, this is not what I'm saying personally, but this is what the people perception is. And in politics, everything is perception. If perception has taken a beating, for somebody to come and beat you up is very easy. This is what INDI will end up doing if they cross the red line. And if they have people like Rahul Gandhi and Satyanarayan and Gangaram Petroda kind of being their advisors, then let it come.
Pawan Kishore, thank you so much. Any signs of patch up between Uddhav Thackeray and BJP?
Nothing, Pawanji. Nothing of that quarter, because if you want to get Uddhav Thackeray back into the fold, there are a lot of compromises you have to do. This might be talked after 2 years down the line. And remember, there's a lot of baggage with Uddhav Thackeray ji, unfortunately, which we can't discuss on a public broadcast, but there is. So all these things have to be settled before.
Next one, RGB 116. Sir, your views on India bringing its gold back from UK is risk minimization of asset freeze or something more?
We discussed that in the monologue, brother. Yeah. A lot of things today.
Yes. Next one, please.
It's not straightforward.
Thank you so much, 𝗤𝙗𝙘 𝗲𝘅. Sumit sir, is government prepared for dangas tomorrow?
Brother, as a matter of fact, if I'm discussing this on a public broadcast, that means there is preparedness. Don't underestimate Amit Bhai Shah. There's a lot of things Modi ji controls him. If Modi ji gives him a free hand, this man can be a real nightmare for a lot of people. They will get nightmares in the day.
Next one, please. Pawan Kishore, thank you so much. Sir, wouldn't it be super suicidal for INDI if they reject people's mandate and do protests? Especially there are 4 state elections coming up.
You see, for INDI, it is not about rejection of the people's mandate. The biggest problem for INDI is the last weapon out. I think I had a Brahmastra, it ended up as a bamboo arrow. That is the problem in INDI. They'll all get together. They will make this narrative: Constitution khatre mein, Musalman, divide the Hindus. They have crossed all the limits. You see, one INDI partner, Akhilesh Bhaiya's father, Mulayam Singh Yadav ji, shot car civics. INDI's partner, Mehbooba Mufti and this Farooq Abdullah, Chetty Singhpura, Nandigram, Kashmiri Hindu, genocide and exodus, he did that. DMK, Sanatan Dharma is a parasite, is malaria, cholera, we want to eradicate it. Then Priyank Kharge's statements, Karnataka Home Minister's statements, and Kharge is silent on them. So there are a lot of, they tried everything. It's like I'm not trying to draw a parallel. Is I jumped into the gutter and tried to clean it, still it could not clean. But when I came up, gutter was not clean, but I had everything on me. So when all those things don't work, that is what will make them desperate. Because after this, look, in the battle of hearts and minds, they are not a force. They are gone. Khatam. Go. This they cannot live with.
Next one.
And they will start with protests. They will question election commission. They will question system. They will not blame the individual. They will attack the system this time. The policy is changed. System.
So system उनका नहीं है आजकल. तो system उनका नहीं है.
निकल रहा उनके हाथ से, निकल रहा है.
Thank you, Jairam ji. Thank you for your kind words. I read and possess your book, Sree ji. Thank you. Jahangir Gotla ji is asking, hope there will be laws to audit social media algorithms and employees in their offices. Hopefully the social media orgs will be replaced. Jahangir ji, I have some information on this. I'll share with you tomorrow at 10 o'clock. I know it's going to be a little late for you in Canada, but one night you can stay up late to understand, because there's a lot of info that we have. We are just preparing all the slide decks so that you know that systematically this has happened, not just in YouTube, not just inside Facebook. I knew, and I've been telling you this, right? Algorithms, you can any time you can put a new filter to stop somebody's videos from going viral. So these things have happened. People have proof of who did what. 17 people, I'll give you the numbers also. 17 people from YouTube India, 12 males and 5 females. And they are from various states. All the data and more I'll give you tomorrow. Just watch how much. These are all ideologically completely gone. See, this is the problem with the younger generation. They are not able to separate their professional obligation with their personal beliefs. The two are totally different. You cannot bring your personal beliefs into your professional life.
Absolutely.
Sir, next question.
Yeah. Even if you look at, sir, our videos are not doing so well. The content wise, we have grown leaps and bounds and whatever. But why? Because, and those leftist videos, they're getting millions of views.
Yeah.
All of whom we talk for the India, we talk for the nationalistic endeavors, they are all cut to size today.
Next one, please. Karthik Parameswaran, thank you so much. Namaste from Hong Kong. In 8 to 10 hours, ecosystem will unleash their propaganda. What should government and we responsible citizens do to counter? RG talks about fire and Akhilesh talks about bloodbath.
You see, they have to create international headlines. Somehow that this election was rigged and state managed and all that. They will try to do that. What we should do as a government will do what they have to do. And I think Mr. Amit Shah knows how to do his business. And what we should do, we have to contest it everywhere in all our forms, wherever you are, whichever way you can. Even social media posts, even opposing them, disliking them, putting your comments below, because beyond a point, you see, somebody told me XYZ company has algorithms and they can manage the content and data. I told them, what if 1 billion people start screwing that system? All algorithms will fail. But if 1 billion people go and start doing it, we have to go and contest everything. We have to contest everything. It's not me and Mr. Iyer's job to contest everything. You all have to do it, sir. At your level, you have to all do it. Kya bakwas hai ye? Just go to your social media and write, this is all bullshit.
Next one, please. Dinesh Kumar, thank you so much. Cockroach has released a new exciting video, sir.
Sir, now from dog, when you become a cockroach, the stature of your videos will also be depleted. I'm very happy we don't call him the dog, because dog is the most loyal animal and is Vahan or Bhagavan Bhairava. So cockroach I'm happy with. Let cockroaches play for some more time. And if he continues this propaganda, if the cockroach continues with this propaganda, his channel will also become history. And his channel will become history, will become useless to the cabal. And when people become useless to the cabal, or when agents are compromised, either they are put to some other job or they cease to exist.
Chaitanya Karandikar, thank you so much. Namaste, Sumit ji, Sree ji. What will be the future of AAP and Congress after election debacle? Will they split or merge?
Interesting question, sir. AAP is going to split. It's a matter of time. 2-3 months, you'll see the split in AAP. Congress, there'll be now two camps. Priyanka camp and there'll be Rahul Gandhi camp. Depends, if they fall below 40, then the split will be evident very soon. If they don't fall below 40, then it will take a bit of time to happen. Eventually, Congress has to split into two camps. And even if they split in both the camps will be equally useless. It will be a small, easy force. So what Modi used to say, Congress Mukt Bharat. I think Congress Mukt Bharat after this election has become a tactical reality. Practically, it is still on ventilator, and we'll see how long they will continue on ventilator.
Actually, one thing that has happened, this is a prediction, is that the Muslim vote, which always is considered as a bloc, this vote has now shifted from regional parties to Congress. So wherever there is a strong Congress and a strong regional party, example, not very strong Congress, but it is still there in Uttar Pradesh, you will start seeing this difference. And I think it will be more nervous time for Akhilesh Yadav, for Pinarayi Vijayan, because Pinarayi Vijayan's son-in-law, he got a Muslim, he was an SDPI member. He figured that now I have the whole Muslim vote bank in my pocket. It helped him in one assembly election. It's not going to help him in Lok Sabha. So see that this is what Mamata Banerjee problem bahut bada hai. Now DMK also same problem. So these are all some things that we'll have to look at and analyze. Again, these things will become clear because from the numbers, many of us can find out what next is coming down the pipeline.
Correct, sir.
Next one. Yeah. Nandini Ashok ji puch rahi hain. Sumit ji and Sree sir, what happens to INDI from tomorrow? One in jail, one will run away. What about others?
Others will be running like headless chickens, ma'am, and they will be accusing and blaming each other, and a lot of them on 6th of June will try to call somebody in BJP. Arey, sir, can I join BJP, sir? Can I join BJP? So BJP netas and you will see suddenly in a 15 days to 1 month's time, people who are anti-Modi will start becoming less anti-Modi, then they will become neutral. And one day you will see so many Kumar Vishwasas in the ground that they will all lose relevance. And by the way, Kumar Vishwas is not happy with this because Kumar Vishwas had a USP. Now I'm predicting there will be so many Kumar Vishwasas to pick and choose from. So that's how the trend is going to be.
Next one, please. Mr. Annamalai's chances. I have something to add to what you are going to say. Sumit, over to you.
Okay, when you look at the constituency of Coimbatore, I think it is a Kante ki takkar. It's a very close one, but I think Mr. Annamalai has a chance. I would not discard he doesn't have a chance, but it's going to be a close to call. My assessment says he can make it.
Sumit ji and viewers, today he had a roadshow in Coimbatore. Just meet the people and thank them, right? You have to see the crowd to believe it. Thousands and thousands and thousands have lined up. In fact, Republic was carrying it for hours on end. And they were just, whenever he could find time, they would just come in and ask him a question or two. Then the guy would go back and show the crowds. So Coimbatore city itself has about 6 lakh voters. And unfortunately, this is where they are retired community, middle class, industrial class, small and medium enterprises, and big companies also. And this is where the maximum chalaki has been shown. 1 lakh votes or 1 lakh voters' names went missing from the paper ballot. So you do mota math. Okay? The Muslim population in this area is about 15%, 1.5. The total size of this voters in the Coimbatore MP constituency, 20 lakhs. 15% is 3 lakhs. Assume that 2/3 only showed up to vote because there will be 18 less than 18 children also will be there. You have to eliminate all those things. So 2 lakhs. So Annamalai 0, DMK 2 lakhs. You are starting with that handicap. how much he's going to be able to bridge this and go beyond. That's why they took out 1 lakh names from the rolls. Somebody must have burnt midnight oil, because the fact that Annamalai is going to stand became known only 3 weeks before the election. So
Correct.
for 1 week, so there must have been hordes and hordes of people. Ye naam middle class ka nikal do, ye brahmana nikal do, ye gounder hai nikal do. Annamalai is a gounder, right? So इस तरह से बहुत ही बदतमीजी और बहुत ही backhanded चीजें हुए हैं. And I can tell you, EC should have expected it. And the election commission commissioner for Tamil Nadu, I also hold him to blame. He should have expected it. And I think they erred in keeping him there. They should have brought in somebody who is straight as an arrow. You need extra intelligence to catch hold of the DMK goons, DMK and ADMK, Dravida goons. These guys are something else. They know how to win elections. They know where to hit, how to hit, when to hit. Very, very dangerous lot. Same with Kerala also. It's not going to be easy. Next one. Like China, we need our own social media platform. Need to reduce dependence on foreign platforms. Jio would be the right candidate. Nix, yeah, I've tried this personally myself, and I must say I'm disappointed. We tried, and there were some agencies we contacted, and they were not interested. And PGurus, because of its reputation in the beginning, when we used to come out with so many exposés against NDTV, against UPA, the business houses who could have benefited from this, they didn't want to touch us with a 40-foot pole. Now I'm okay. I don't care about anybody else, because we have our own, established our own name. Maybe God had this in mind. तुम अपने पैरों पर खड़े हो जाओ. Don't go and get money from somebody else. Then उसकी बात सुनते रहो. So Jio will not be a right candidate. It will not do well. In my opinion, Jio is good for platform. There are two things: providing a platform for somebody to write, and somebody else writes the app. हो जाएगा. It will happen. Not very far away. Sir, if you wanted to add something, go ahead.
I just want to add one thing. Look, it has always to be a mix and match. I hate dependence, but I have no chemistry problem. China is, I will cut you off and I'll only run my own. Let this also run, let this also run. We should not be dependent, but we should not be closed. That is my take on it.
Sarvani Tumluri says, Sree sir, I got 2 of your books, Rise and Fall of AAP and Who Painted My Money White. Thank you, Sarvani ji. Read the next book, Paper in, Money Out. That will give you a much bigger idea of what has been happening in that period of time. Jairam ji, thank you so much for your kind, generous donation. Congress pumped money in BAD-TIN. Will Itala win my constituency? What is BAD-TIN? I don't know, but TIN.
If you can, you can use it, and then we should be able.
See, I know Itala is standing in Malkajgiri. So just to give you an idea, Sumit ji, Malkajgiri is the most literate constituency in India. Sabko bhi, every voter there has a bachelor's degree or more. So it's a very unique constituency. So you will think that, okay, then they'll intellectually vote. वो तो होता नहीं है, लेकिन that's the thing. Itala is one of the up-and-coming BJP politicians. He has been in other parties, but he commands some segments. So we'll have to wait and see how that goes. Shashi Bhushan ji wants to know, can we expect presidential rule in Bengal?
Shashi Bhushan ji, I would only say we cannot rule this out at this point of time. But this will be in next 2 to 3 months, because Bengal is deteriorating fast. The plight of Hindus is becoming more questionable, and after this collection, when TMC goons will know they have lost the ground to BJP, they can unleash a lot of terror. So in the national interest, in the interest of the Hindus and in the national security interest, although Prime Minister Modi doesn't believe in dismissing the state governments, but in the big national interest, he might have to do this, because they can really bring havoc, these TMC goons.
Next one, please. Jayaraman, oh, Bastis, okay, Bastis, okay. Yeah. Adit Hans wants to know, thank you, Adit. What do you think about Odisha election result?
Parliamentary or Lok Sabha? I think Lok Sabha is too close to
parliamentary or Lok Sabha दोनों एक ही हैं, sir जी. I think you meant
and Rajasthan, Vidhan Sabha. So assembly elections, I think too close to call, But what I know is whatever seats BJP is contesting, it will be a big sizable entry for BJP in Orissa. And my brother and friend Sambit Patra is definitely going to make it from Pune. He'll make it from Puri. He'll definitely make it from Puri this time. There's no way you can hold him back this time.
Next one, please. Thank you, 𝗤𝙯𝘆𝗲 for your super sticker. Yogesh Dosa wants to know, will Congress president and other top leaders be treated same way as Sitaram Kesari was booted out?
No, you know why? Because Kharge ji is a Dalit, and there are 3-4 state elections coming. So they will want to hide behind this Dalit and want to keep him in the forefront. Unless and until Kharge ji wants to cross the red line and wants to start taking decisions and doing his job. If Kharge ji is just following the orders and not doing the job and being a Dalit, they would want to keep him. But if Kharge ji decides, no, I'm going to do my job, what I'm supposed to, then they will remove anybody to everybody.
Next one, please. HR wants to know, will BJP win the next Tamil Nadu and West Bengal assembly?
I think West Bengal assembly, if my assessment is right, 24 to 32, that gives BJP a fair chance for winning West Bengal assembly. Tamil Nadu is still 10 years away. You have to talk of 34.
Next one, please. Ruben Loganathan says, why Modi is going for the G7 meeting in Italy when the media in US and UK are thrashing him every day and accusing him of being a corrupt dictator? You should avoid becoming close to Western Bloc.
Lobanji, there's one saying in diplomacy: if you are not on the table, you are on the menu. If you decide not to go, they will end up eating you up. Now, if Modi is a dictator and he's going to do a Muslim genocide and he's all the bad English what you use against Modi, then why do your G7 countries invite him? Why did Giorgia Meloni invite him? And if they invited him, why are you hosting him? Why are you saying Modi is the boss? What are you doing with the same leader who's a dictator? Now, this is a way to counter all of them. If your leaders are staying with me and signing pacts and doing business, then your media has lost the sense of proposition and are a bunch of jackasses.
True. Next one, please. Anand Vijayan wants to know, Sumitji, will Jairam Ramesh go to jail?
Not now. Not now, but who knows? But not now.
He'll submit an apology. ये सब बकवास लोग हैं सब.
अरे वो लेट जाएगा सर, लेट जाएगा. Apology he will. You see, they are only there's a difference between the sunlight and moonlight. Sun has its own light. Moon reflects the light of the sun. So these are all moons. As long as the sun is in the picture, when the sun goes on, if is tomorrow, right, they will do Ashtang Pranam.
Next one, please. Thank you, HR. Himachal has 6 bipole seats. Will it change to BJP?
In all probability, yes. There will be a new government in Himachal in some point of time. So I had promised you that Karnataka and Himachal are not going to last for 5 years. I think Himachal has already begun. Now let's see how does the Karnataka go. If BJP is able to get 90-95% of the seats from Karnataka, you will see the pressures starting in Siddaramaiah and D.K. Shivkumar's government. The pressures will start popping up. And remember, there's a Mysore factor which is always in Mysore Rajgarana.
True. Next one, please. Meena Iyer wants to know, Trivandrum, Rajiv Chandrasekhar or Tharoor again?
Okay, the very interesting aspect here, Meena ji. You look, both are Nayars. And if you think Kerala doesn't vote as per caste, you're wrong. Kerala also votes as per caste. And even caste, there are subcastes. Both are Nayars. That is one thing. Second thing is, Shashi Tharoor has made some statements which are saying we'll start trade with Pakistan and all. People have not taken them well. And when this ISIS kind of activity happens in Kerala, when recruitment happens, Shashi Tharoor chooses to be silent. He doesn't want to talk. Now, again, there's a logic of Rajiv Chandrasekhar will give him a very, very tough fight. But it will be very close to call which side it goes. For the first time, I think Shashi Tharoor is really feeling the heat. And last 10 years, he has done nothing. And there's a chance between they have to take to a call. Should a minister be their MP or should be their MP who has all kinds of allegations and all kinds of things against him? So, looking at it, and Rajiv Chandrasekhar is a very religious man. He's a very devout Hindu. I've seen him go to Shabarimala and all. He's supported in the case of Shabarimala and all. So let's see how it goes. There is no comparison between a Rajiv Chandrasekhar and a Shashi Tharoor logically, but what is the sentiment we'll come to know on the ground. I think for the first time, Shashi Tharoor will be really contesting an election. Before that, it has been cakewalk.
Let me add a couple of things. Let me add a couple of things. I put out a shorts yesterday in the morning today, 8 o'clock. I don't know how many of you saw it. So today, what I found out after looking at the data from Kerala is that there are at least 7 seats in which BJP could be a serious contender. Why is this happening? 4 communities have majority voted for BJP, it is believed. What are the 4 communities? The Nayars. Then there is another community called Eedavas. Sometimes they call them Eedavas. It's Eedavas. That's how they call themselves. That community. Then you have the Pentecostal and Roman Catholic Christians. They have voted for BJP in sizable numbers. And the CPIM Hindus, who form the bulk of the CPIM vote, they have gone Hindu this time. So when all these people, 40 to 50% of their cadres have voted for BJP this time. Why? Because of Kerala story. Kerala story touches the raw nerve. Guys, I know Kashmir Files is really gory. Look at Kerala story. It is equally punchy. They've done a fantastic job putting the narrative, and Christians are very, very afraid now. This is no longer listening to the pastor and going and vote. Their daughters are getting love jihads right now. That is the problem. Sir, you wanted to say something?
Sir, Christians are on the menu now. They are not on the table.
Exactly.
They have to wake up. Yeah. They have to wake up. And you know, even I don't want to get into that, but let me tell you, if you look at the price tag, Christian girls have a sizable price tag.
Yeah.
You know, they have for every community. I think Sikh girls are the highest price tag. After that, it's a Brahman. And then Christians and all, they're equal price tag to Brahmins. That is what is happening there. And this all Kerala Files and Kashmir Files is a wake-up call. And we can't be alien to such facts, because love jihad is a reality, whether we like it or not. This is a reality.
Next one, please. What time will know all the results officially? Rajat Rana wants to know. That will take 24 hours, I think.
Rajatji, by 11 we'll know broadly where it is. 12 it will be settled.
Yeah.
I think by 7, 9 or 10 in the night, we'll have 90% of the results settled. By the break of the dawn, I think everything will be settled.
Yeah. So we'll be online at 10 o'clock, 10 a.m. IST. Manoksan and Sumitji will join whenever he has a break. He did it once from the studios. He joined us and he talked about a program. So you know Sumitji is good for at least 10 to 15 minutes during that time. So between 10 and 12:30 is when we are planning on doing it for 2.5 hours, one shot. We're going to be covering all the trends, and then we'll come back in the evening, by which time all the numbers would have stabilized. Manoj Khan wants to know, if Labour wins UK election, then they'll become another Trudeau type headache for India.
Correct. I can't agree more with you. And they are already talking. Immigrants are welcome, and they are supporters of Muslim immigration into UK, and our brothers and sisters who live in UK. If this happens, there is a sizable Muslim population, and if some more Muslim immigrants come, then what happened in Leicester can happen everywhere. So you have to really take a call.
And Manoj-san, slightly different situation between UK and US. US is a huge country, 3 times the size of India. Okay, so what has happened is Indian diaspora have combined with the local people. They have married into families. They have married and they completely, assimilated themselves into the society. As opposed to UK, where you have Indians living in pockets. They're not all widespread. They have not really reached out to marry to the local populace, not as much as what the Hindus have done in United States. It's very common to see, non-Hindu bridegrooms and brides in families. It's very, very common. Everybody likes a good music. Bhangra. I mean, this thing about Indian weddings, it doesn't matter which area of India they come from. Everybody has a haldi, everybody has a sangeet, everybody has a barat, everybody has a wedding, and then dancing and reception. ये 3, 4, 5 दिन तो ऐसे ही लग जाता है. Everybody has that these days. So this has become a big deal. Everybody comes and has fun, and so that assimilation has taken place in US. Therefore, US, I'm much more confident that things will stabilize very, very quickly, as opposed to UK, where I'm afraid it's going to be really, really bad for the British Hindus. I'm sorry. And we are going to be getting some 2 or 3 new episodes with Pandit Satish Sharma. So do stay and tune in on those things. Next one, please.
The problem in the UK is their ghettos are possible. US mein ghettos are not possible.
Not possible. Right.
The landscape, the ghettos are here. UK, we already have ghettos now.
Right.
If they get more consolidated, then there's a problem. Leicester was because of the ghettoization.
Yeah. Let's finish up the few questions that are remaining, Sumitji. If you're too tired, we can shop, but about five questions.
No.
Kejriwal's future. BV Ramesh wants to know.
Jail. After jail, he will be fighting all the cases. And that is how we'll go. तारीख पे तारीख.
जल बोर्ड आया ही नहीं है.
बहुत scam आने sir. तारीख पे तारीख he'll be doing, and after the party has gone out of his hands, nobody will knock at his door. It will be Kejriwal and his life. The problem with Kejriwal is luck favored you once, but you wanted to ride the tiger called luck. The problem is when tiger stops or you stop, you know what happens next.
Next one, please. Sudhindra wants to know, will Dr. Manjunath make it from Bengaluru rural versus DK Suresh?
I think it's DK Suresh. That's my guess on it.
बहुत पैसा है सर जी. DK शिव कुमार का भाई है वो, and he'll be there. He'll the go between to make all the deals and get things done. In
that is my gut feel. The logic is not there, but.
Santosh Nalwade wants to know, Sree sir, did DD join NDA in the near future?
No, because you know why? I'll tell you one. Because now Bengal is in the hitting range of BJP. DD had this option 10 years back, or maybe 7 years back. Now, why should Modi ji talk to her today? Fayda nahi hai na kuch.
Yeah. And not only that, she has burnt too many bridges. It will just not work on the field. She has gone after the Hindus who supported BJP with a vengeance in 2021. People remember that. Wo ghaav bahut hai. Abhi they are still fresh. Those wounds are still fresh. And now,
hard to run to Assam for shelter.
Yeah.
Right. It was a small Kashmiri Hindu kind of scenario. Fortunately, most of them could come back. Kashmiri Hindus could never go back. That is what happened.
Yeah. Now, this time, the Hindus are ready. Is bar, it's not going to be so easy to do anything. Mamta, first take care of yourself. Aap nahi bachenge. Your own party is throwing you down. Have you figured out who pushed you down, madam? In your own house?
And these people who are called Bhadralok in Bengali, they have now revolted against TMC. No more TMC. And they are a sizable community of Hindus.
Next one, please. Your thoughts on recalling 500 rupee notes as per Modi interaction with RBI centenary?
Arey sir, ye Modi ji wala question aapse mat pucho. We have been hinting around this, but if you ask me, is this an impossibility? I can neither confirm or neither can I deny.
Now, Satish ji, I wrote in this book about 12-15 months ago. I wrote the book, and at that time when I was writing the book, 2000 was not withdrawn. But by the time I published it, 2000 got withdrawn. So I'm giving a sequence. There's a reason for this. It is not just like that. Haan, nikal do isko, nikal do. Aisa nahi hai wo. They are seeing where the money is floating. I'll give you an example, Satish ji. When the demonetization stopped, what happened? So in 2016 December, there was a Khanani brothers. Do the judwe the. One guy was caught in 2015 with fake currency issues in US, and he's still serving time in prison. And the other one, I think his name is Javed Khanani, if I remember correctly. ISI gave him a contract, it is believed, to print 500 and 1000 rupee notes as revenge for Uri. Remember that movie, what happened in Uri? Because India went and there was a surgical strike, right? So as a revenge for that, they wanted to flood India with fake currency. 3 mints are there in Pakistan, and everybody was running 3 shifts. That means round the clock they were trying to do it. India knew that when on November 8th, it is believed that in a place called Kalkaji, which you know where it is. Kalkaji is a suburb of Delhi. Suburb nahi hai, aajkal to main hi ho gaya hai. Kalkaji mein, there was intelligence that the new set of fake currency notes have already arrived. And it is believed that they were going to withdraw the circulation on the 21st of November 2016. They brought it forward by 13 days. So much happened. They had no time. That is why it looked a little haphazard when people had to convert. The reason was that this had happened, and I think NSA said, look, this is, if it has come to Kalkaji, that means it has come to everywhere in India. So demonetization got cut off the 500 and 1,000 rupee note. Javed Khanani, उसने बैठ के बनाए थे पूरा जायदाद. He put all his property into printing this 500,000 rupee notes, and ISI didn't want to pay him क्योंकि वो तो paper waste है. So this guy said, oh, I'm going to tell you this, I'm going to go to Dubai. उसको क्या कर दिया, ऊपर से नीचे फेंक दिया उसके घर में,
गिरा दिया, धक्का दे दिया बिल्डिंग से, छत से गिरा दिया. Then they said they committed suicide. And let me tell you one thing, adding on to what Sree Sir has said. Now, I've been telling you one thing, sir. 6 में से 5 transactions are now digital. You have reached that maturity.
And then continuing the story, so 2,000 rupees was being used by, so 500,000 निकल गया, counterfeiting थोड़ा मुश्किल हो गया था. Then they trained their guns on 2,000 rupee notes. Why was 2,000 introduced? Because you are taking 85% of the circulation out. And UPI was just coming in. People had to have a way to still transact their day-to-day business. That's why they brought 2,000. But 2,000 was an interim measure. What Indian government saw was that after the demonetization, no more fake currency coming into India, not as much as before, but gold was being smuggled in. Kerala has 4 international airports. Main business was smuggling gold. You saw now, 𝗑𝙬𝘆 𝗏𝗏𝘅 aide got caught with 500 grams of gold, put it in his pocket and came.
Even
in Delhi.
Even one Air India air hostess was called some Khatun.
Yes,
or
she had put 5 kilos in her rectum. Yeah. Oh my God, horrible. So that 2,000 was being used primarily as cash for gold ingots delivered by one community. Okay, that's why that got eased out. But this time it was done in such a smooth way that people didn't notice it.
पता भी
नहीं लगा. Like 500 के लिए मैं आपको बोल रहा हूँ, जहां तक हो सके, please everybody listen to this. Try to start living with 200 rupee notes. आएगा, and when it is going to happen, I've also told in my book, Paper in Money Out, I'm not deliberately leaving something out. It is not one instance, but 1, 2, 3 it will be. And then you will know that, okay, it is going to happen anytime now. And therefore, that time you don't want to get into trouble. Convert it into 200 rupee notes. 200 is going to be there for a long time. 200 will be the highest currency possible. Next one. Sumit ji, in Kerala, will BJP get 7 seats? मैंने अभी बोला है ना, संगीत सागर जी. It is possible.
Impossible नहीं है, but I can't commit you. I think West Bengal will be the biggest game changer.
Yes.
जितना ममता जी परेशान होगी ना sir, there you will see nobody will be so astonished, and Kejriwal will end up with 3 seats. 300 seat, 200 seat. Kejriwal loves to be pictured with national leaders. You know why? 3 सीट की औकात है, पर राहुल गांधी के बाजू में बैठा है. क्या बात है. Master of marketing.
And people are underestimating the pull and power of Anil Antony. Remember, he is the son of A.K. Antony. And A.K. Antony has a very, very high reputation in CMs in Kerala. They think that he is clean. And clean CM is like an oxymoron now, right? So that is the thing that is going for him. Anil Antony will draw a lot of votes towards BJP. Let's wait and see how that goes, right? We think so. 7 seats is a possibility. We'll see. Cross voting बहुत होता है सर जी. ये लोग सब, they are past masters at this. BJP is still learning it.
एक बात बताऊं आपको. Today, people of India are doing राजनीति of development. At least with Modi coming into the picture, Modi ji के आने के बाद, people are talking development. People are asking results. यानी कि गरीबी हटाएंगे, हम देख रहे हैं, हम देखेंगे, हमने देखा. Those days are gone. तुम देखते रह गए. That's what I would say.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Sumit ji. आज बहुत जबरदस्त हुआ था. 200 supply to banks has been reduced. ज्योतिषपति नहीं, वो ठीक है वो. See, don't worry, ज्योतिषपति जी. It will come back up. 500 चल रहा है अभी. See, the thing about it is, when you take out 2,000, right, you have to make up that shortfall. For 2,000, you need 4 500 notes, correct? For every 2000, you need 400-500. So 500 jara pumping ho raha hai shayad. But it will happen. It's not going to happen now. 1 or 2 years probably. It's not going to happen before that.
Even how do we know a 300 note may not come up? What stops that?
Nothing stops you. It's a strategy, I think, that they are employing. Ab dekhiye, British pound, right? 50 pounds is the maximum. 50 pounds. That's it. So
Singapore may also get $50. And there's no double more than $50.
Yeah.
So it's not, nothing is impossible.
Use credit card, use UPI. UPI is free right now. There is no overhead. Credit card mein 3% katta hai aapka.
UPI is free. UPI is free. And now you can also do cashless withdrawals from UPI. And eventually there'll be a day when you could be able to cast your vote using UPI. Take it in writing from me. I don't know when. One day I and you will cast our vote from our phone.
Yeah. This is something that I've been talking for a long time. Blockchain ke saath kar sakte hain wo very effectively. But again, that also ties in with the 500 rupee note. Again, clues are in the book. Thank you so much, Sirji. Namaskar, and we will see you very soon. Mahadev ji ki ab kripa le lete hain aap.
Thank you very much, sir. I like my brothers and sisters to kindly, like, share, subscribe our channel, put it on your WhatsApp groups. I think we have answered a hell lot of questions, and we are not rushing through the questions. So it's a lot of learning, and we also learn a lot from you by the medium of your questions. And I have to thank you on one thing. You ask a lot of questions. You see, in one vlog, we cannot go to 100 directions, but with your questions, we're able to touch 100 aspects which bother you are in my life. So that is the beauty of this session. On that note, and I hope you will do what I request you. As always, Bharat Mata ki Jai, Vande Mataram, and Har 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 Mahadev.